What's going on, guys? DIY Dale back in the studio. I'm here with Zach, the one, the only. How do you pronounce that last name?
Giannakopoulos.
Giannakopoulos. All right. So this guy is a huge entrepreneur. He's actually young. He's created this successful landscaping business that really started from nothing in high school, correct?
Correct, yeah.
The goal today is I want to show people what it really takes to start a business at a young age, make that decision where you're either going to go to college and get that business degree, which you all know I'm really against that nowadays if you want to start your own business. And you could really just excel and really fast forward those 4 years and start gaining capital, gaining skill, having some failure along the way and learning from it. Where a bunch of kids go to college, they waste their money, they recognize that, then they're out starting a landscaping company and they're 4 years behind. So let's get into it. Thanks for tuning in. And we're going to start this thing right now. I'm super excited. So a little background about how Zach and I met, and I'm always a big networker, is I rented the skid steer from you.
Correct, yeah. I was posting on Facebook, equipment rentals, and you hit me up, and I delivered it, and then we just clicked right off the bat. We just started talking, chopping it up, and, one thing led to another, and now we're here.
Yeah, and it's one thing where like I could rent something from a facility, but it's pretty rare to rent big equipment on Facebook. And I was like, man, this kid either figured it out or he's just dumb as a box of rocks. It had to have been one or the other, right? And so, dude, the second I met you, we had that conversation.
Yeah.
I knew, based on just using your shit, how nice it was, well maintained. I was like, you have something going on. And I thank you, man. I mean, the whole parking lot got done.
I know.
The pond. I really couldn't have done it without meeting you, and so I want to start with, I guess, give us an overall synopsis, super quick, on what you do now. What kind of business you have, how many guys you have, and then I'm gonna press that rewind button, and we're gonna start peeling back that onion of kind of where you started and how it came to be. So, just kind of give us a rough rundown of how old you are right now, what you have going on.
Yeah, so I'm 22 currently. I started back in 2012 going door to door, just cutting lawns, and I scaled it up to a 7-figure plus landscape company, and then I branched off into some real estate, and that's been going well. Right now I run about 15 to 20 guys depending on the snow or the green season and the accounts we have. But yeah, it's pretty much where I'm at right now.
So how old were you when you started the business?
I started cutting grass when I was 8, but official on the books.
Well, no, everybody starts off the books.
Yeah.
Like, when was the first time you were like, dude, I got a couple yards. Like, I think I can do this.
Yeah, probably.
Were you in high school or middle school?
Yeah, elementary.
No shit.
3rd grade, yeah.
Okay, so we're in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
I know a little bit personally about, your family stuff, but
Yeah.
I guess tell us where it all started. Where were you raised?
Yeah.
Was your mom and dad both together? Are they both in the picture now?
Yeah.
Because wherever this takes us in this conversation, I want people to know that there's going to be people that have dealt with exactly what you dealt with. There's going to be people that may have looked at you before watching this and went, this kid's had everything fucking handed to them. And we've both dealt with it.
Yeah.
People see success and they don't see the ugly side of it and where it all started. So, yeah, dude, like, I guess start at the beginning. Tell me about your childhood and all that stuff that really, from 0 through 10 years old type.
Yeah, so I grew up in Brunswick, which isn't too far from here. And from a young age, I was basically my brother's father figure.
Okay.
Because my dad really wasn't present most of my life. So by the time I was 6, my parents got divorced, and my mom was working 3 to 4 jobs, trying to get us through. And then we ended up moving to Bay Village, new house, new life, and system. So that she wanted to put us through that good life. So
yeah,
from a young age, I hated asking her to borrow money, because I understood,
what she went through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw her grinding. We were always at our grandparents and stuff like that. Our aunt was taking care of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
While she was working?
Yeah, like our second mom, basically.
Sure.
So,
is that the aunt I met?
Yeah, Aunt Mary.
Yeah, Aunt Mary, dude.
Yeah,
damn, that.
I love
so, you guys don't know, but I was remodeling Zach's new house, and I met his mom and your aunt, and that makes so much sense why she treats you like a son because she was like a second mom.
Till this day.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. So,
Yeah, and I mean, off topic, but like, I'm also working really hard because I want to retire both of them. You know, make sure they're comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to put them in a nursing home. I want to take care of them.
Yeah.
You know, the house and all that. But yeah, I started cutting grass in Bay Village. Really nice town, very wealthy. You know, a lot of nice people. And from 8 years old on, I haven't asked my mom for a single dollar. I worked for everything I had.
you never asked for a dollar?
Nope.
No shit. That's awesome, man.
Thank you. So started stacking my money up, reinvesting in the business, you know, newer equipment when I could.
Yeah.
And then by the time I was 16, I had enough money for a truck, had all the equipment already, bought the truck. Then I built an online website. My current clients left me reviews online. I started ranking higher up in the area.
Yeah.
And then it just, you know, good work, word of mouth, and just scaled to the top. I wanted to drop out of high school actually.
Really?
Sophomore year, because I was doing pretty good.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And I was sitting in, I think it was math or science, and it just hit me like I want to drop out. I talked to my mom later that day, and she just wanted me to graduate high school, get it done.
Sure.
And then, you know, college was never in the picture for me.
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah. So.
And it's funny because you say college was never in the picture for you, and that doesn't mean you were like too dumb. It didn't make sense.
Of course.
Like it did not make financial sense to do it.
Yeah.
I want, so I know there's a bunch of guys, and I hope there's a bunch of guys, maybe girls that start a landscaping company, you have one, but like, what was your first mower? Was it a push mower? Do you remember? Because that's like cool little stuff where it's like,
yeah.
dude, I had, you know, the Troy Bill or the Briggs and Stratton,
Was it Troy Bill? Yeah.
Was it really? Was it a push mower?
Yeah. So like I said, my mom was struggling, you know, working 3 to 4 jobs. So my uncle gave us his little 21-inch Troy Bill push mower. And I obviously cut my house with that in Bay. And then I took that around the block, you know, to my clients, and I cut their properties with that, push mowed every single one. I had the little dinky Home Depot weed eater and blower.
Yeah.
My little 2-stroke bottles to mix and all that. So that's the mower I originally started with. And then obviously I scaled from there, saved up some
What was
cash.
your first truck?
First
The
truck?
guys got to know.
Yeah, the first truck was actually pretty nice at the time. It was a 2016 Ford F-150 XLT, which it was lifted on 37s.
Of course it was. Why not?
You're a dude in high school. You want to like, you know, show off and
Hell yeah.
be that guy. But if I could go back, I would have just bought a beater,
Yeah.
stacked more money, and just reinvested. And
Really?
you know, because if you reinvest early,
Yes. It pays off tenfold long term.
it does. Yeah.
And but you all got to live once.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. So my buddy Tony, his brother Mario right now is he's like a super good baseball player. And so he can't really hold a job in high school just because he put so much into baseball. Like the one brother Mikey got drafted right out of high school. That's how good that family is at baseball and sports. So he's been doing all these odd jobs. I paid him to work on the barn stuff, and he has a truck, and he wasted a ton of money on speakers and subwoofers. And me and Tony were like, fuck it, dude. Like, you live once. Like, you're grinding. You're going to make it. But I think just having those little ounces of, like, reward are also super helpful. As long as you keep the momentum of wins.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you dumped all your money and that was it, and you're just like, now I'm broke and I can't afford anything else, then you got a problem.
No, you can't let off the gas.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And I mean, that's not just with materialistic things. Traveling, you know, you go enjoy a couple weeks, you come back with a better mindset.
100%.
To get right back into it.
Yeah. That's one thing that I've been talking to Lindsay. Lindsay's my wife, guys, if you don't know. She's not a big vacation person. And I think it's because her job isn't as mentally tolling as like running my businesses, where I need to unplug sometimes and I can't get away, right? And you need that mental checkout. And I think with her running the barn, she does all the behind the scenes barn stuff.
Yeah.
Plus does the sales with me. She works the weddings. I think now she's starting to realize, like.
So then what do you handle on the barn side? The setup?
Yeah. So that's a great question. Because I have my background in sales.
Yeah.
I always do like a tour.
Yeah.
With everybody. Lindsay's there, and I just say, hey, I have a background in sales. I love to give the tours, guys. If you have any detailed contractual questions, Lindsay's here to answer. and just kind of wait to the end if you have any questions, because I usually hit all those points.
Yeah.
And then from there, they have questions, we go back and forth, and then I always tell the people, I say, I'm just telling you now, you will not see me for the next 9 months, 2 years until your wedding. You will communicate with Lindsay via email or phone call. Behind the scenes, she is the master. But the day of the wedding, I'll be there to open up. I'll be there throughout the wedding, moving stuff around, and I'll be there when you close. So,
And that's just you setting. Do you have help or anything like that?
so what's cool, my dad lives with us, and he helps set up all the chairs, and then he helps tear them down a couple days later. But it's me and Lindsay actually during the wedding, taking the garbage cans and throwing them in the dumpster, helping all the vendors.
Wow.
So we're able to keep a really low overhead and be pretty profitable because of that.
That's good. It's really good. It's a beautiful venue too. I mean,
thank you.
I take care of a couple in the area.
Yeah.
And yours is by far the best.
Like inside?
Yeah.
Really?
And outside, it's beautiful.
That really means a lot, dude.
Yeah.
Especially because you see a lot.
You got the pond. What are you doing back there with the vines?
Oh, so we got a vineyard.
Yeah.
And legally we have to be a vineyard and a winery. That's our goal. It's kind of like when you grew your business, right? Phase 1 was maybe landscaping. Phase 2 is plowing. So how do you grow that vertically and stay within kind of what you're good at? Right. So when we become a winery, I think we'll be open maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times, just see how that foot traffic goes.
Right.
And I definitely don't want to be involved with that, to be honest, in terms of I want to hire more of an operations manager that may have ran something similar. If you could pay a little bit more and get somebody with the experience, you could literally excel and fast forward the progress.
Yeah, of course.
But enough with me, dude. This is your podcast, and I appreciate you asking. So you got through the truck, the first truck, the first mower.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, was there ever, I guess, did you play sports? I'm a big sports guy in high school. How did you manage that with your job and building the company?
Yeah, for sure. So I was pretty athletic. Loved every sport, basketball, football, lacrosse, soccer, everything.
Okay.
But
you played them all.
I'd say middle school, yeah.
Yeah.
But high school's a different story because it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
If you're playing a high school sport.
From a good school system.
Every day after school, weekends, everything.
That's cutting time.
It's, every day.
Yeah,
I'd be waiting for that bell to ring, and I'd be shooting out of there to...
No shit.
Yeah. I would sometimes have to skip school to, take care of the properties.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, if we got a heavy rain, I'd be like, Mom, I can't.
Like, rain's coming. I got to get these yards cut.
Yeah.
Guys, this is like next level.
But the thing is,
psychopathic stuff.
Yeah, in high school, I really loved sports, and I wanted to play, be out there on a Friday night with the guys.
Yeah.
And I would say I was one of the better players on the team, and my coach even told me that.
Yeah.
But he said, because you're not at practice,
you just
can't play you.
Yeah, and sure.
And the guys playing, I'd be like, what the fuck are we doing here? Put me in if you want to win. But that's what really, drew me away from it. And then now I got teachers and stuff emailing me, trying to come in and trying to get me to come in and present to the class about entrepreneurship and all that. So, now I look back at it and I honestly wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man, because it changes, honestly, my perspective here in that, because I am so big on sports. And I've thought about this with my daughter when she's born in March. It's like, I probably wouldn't send her to college for the college experience. Like, it's cool. I learned more on the football field about being like disciplined and being a good person and having to rely on the team and things like that. I want her to experience that if she can, where it's like you and all these guys that may be contemplating, right? I would say, at least from my point of view, is if you're going to quit a sport, and you have to commit to that company then. There's no like, well, I'm going to try this, and I always think there is no backup plan. Act like there is no backup plan. Don't say if this company fails, oh, then I could go to college. No.
No, there's no choice.
There's no choice.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to commit like you did, you gave it everything you got, and look where you are.
Yeah, exactly, but not everybody's wired like us.
I know. I know.
Bay Village, I don't want to say they're a preppy school, but pretty much everybody had it made for them.
Yeah.
And their parents had a good job. They didn't have to work, and they had time to just focus on sports. But I wanted something different.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you look back, or at least I know I do this sometimes. I look at the kids that were like, so I took honors classes.
Yeah.
But I had kids that were in my honors class that just excelled way more than me. And I kind of compare myself now to where I am versus them. And it's not just about the A's and B's. It's about the commitment, the discipline, the things that we have that some of these people they just don't fucking have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as sad as that is.
Mm-hmm.
And do you ever look at that and like go, man, these kids they went to college, but I'm still doing better than them? Because it motivates me, at least. I know that sounds shitty, but
No, I mean, not so much for the discipline. For me, it's the when they were in school, they had that cocky attitude and they didn't really care and they thought they were the shit.
Yeah.
And now they're coming up to me, you know, they're done with college and they don't even know what they're doing with their degree. And, you know, they're lost.
Yeah.
And they come up to me trying to be all buddy, and it's just like,
You didn't want shit to do with me
yeah, exactly.
when I had this vision 10 years ago.
Yeah. But even in high school, I really didn't associate with a lot of people, man. I was just about money and
So
business.
locked in?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it,
Wow.
you know?
All right, so we get through high school, and I guess, did you ever have any situations where the teachers were like, hey, you should probably think about college, or you're not, yeah, go ahead, or it's not worth it what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Did any of them ever try to turn you away just because they were part of that system?
Yeah, a couple.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they saw a sophomore making double their salary profit.
Like, what were you making sophomore, like your senior year?
No,
Because obviously your numbers have tripled tenfold, but like
yeah.
in high school, what were you bringing?
But while we're talking about numbers, I mean, we talked about this before, but you can have a gross
Yep.
of some ridiculous number and a net super, super low.
Well, hold on. So we get that, right?
Yeah.
But there's going to be people that are watching this. Explain what gross is and net.
Yeah, so gross, basically, if you don't know, it's your overall income as a company compared to your net, which is actually what you're bringing home profit-wise as a company.
After all the expenses are
Yeah,
paid.
after all the expenses. So, what were we on before that?
The gross. So what was your, what was your gross and what
sophomore.
was your net in like senior year? Mm-hmm. Like, do you remember like, fuck, dude, I hit $100,000 or
Yeah.
do you remember those big milestones?
It was sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Yeah, profit, 100.
Get the fuck out of
to
here.
God.
Dude,
Swear to
that's a blessing, dude.
Thank you, yeah.
And it wasn't given.
No,
Not an
it was
ounce of it.
fucking- And I was in the type of
You were
position-
netting 100 junior year.
Yeah.
So I want people to know that sophomore year.
Yeah.
It makes me want to sit back and go, okay, like I feel like I need to lock in more. Like I made that post college doing medical sales. Like you did that sophomore year of high school cutting grass.
Yep.
And guys think that's not possible. And it's so funny to think that, but it's a guy sitting right here.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people shit on the landscapers cutting grass. Oh, how's their money in that?
Yeah.
If you just work hard with whatever you're doing, detailing, whatever,
Yeah.
landscaping, you can make it. So yeah, I was sitting in math class, sophomore year. I told you I wanted to drop out of high school and just, grind.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
could have been a little farther than I am now
Sure.
with dropping out, but I have my high school degree and, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, sophomore year, I hit 100,000, and then junior year, I was renting a shop because I couldn't work out of my house anymore because of the size I was at. I had 3 trucks, a couple trailers.
Oh, no shit.
A couple
Senior
guys.
year?
Yeah, no, junior.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had guys who were 25 plus working for me when I was in high school in class. They were running routes.
Dude, that's awesome.
I had to go to the bathroom to answer calls. I'd take like 5 bathroom breaks, per class.
Yeah.
Teachers were sick of my shit.
And they knew. Like,
Yeah,
did a lot of people knew like you were running a legit company?
Yeah.
It's better than in my high school time, and I've spoke on this on, I sold some weed and shit back in just weed, nothing else in high school when it was more of a legal thing.
Yeah.
And being an honors student, carrying stuff, and I'm not too proud of it, but from where I'm from, that's kind of like that's how you kind of got by. And yeah, I was hustling drugs, and you're over there hustling grass,
Yeah.
literally like landscaping.
Literally grass, yeah.
So that's crazy, man. I mean, the teachers, it's funny because it's also Bay Village versus Garfield Heights. Garfield Heights, you got a kid running around. Yeah, he's probably selling drugs.
Yeah.
Bay Village, no, he's running a business. It's different, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so junior year I rented that shop, and then senior year that was my second year in the shop, and then I was in a position to purchase. A property came up, an older gentleman running a mower shop right down the road from the place I was renting was ready to get out and retire. So 2 buildings on the property, 1 acre commercial lot. I saw an opportunity. I pulled the trigger. And my first year out of high school, I purchased that in cash. And
Was that the shop that you're at now?
yeah.
Okay, so I remember you telling me this story, but can you tell them, wasn't there some weird issue where like you had all this fucking cash, you never bought anything, so you had to get your mom involved? And she was like, wait, what's going on with all this money or whatever? You said, was it that or maybe the house? You told me, did you buy this cash?
What?
The building?
Yeah.
From the guy?
Yeah.
So you don't have a mortgage from it?
No.
I could have swore maybe it wasn't you, but I thought there was like your mom had to get involved to sign the title over or something.
No, the only thing when I was super young, when I bought my truck, I had to put it in her name because
Really?
I was too young. Yeah, before I was even 16, I wanted the truck because when I turned 16,
You were ready.
I was ready.
Yeah.
So,
I'm getting in this.
Like, all right, Mom, let's go. Let's get it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then senior year, we flew to Minnesota to buy my truck I have currently.
The white one?
Yeah.
Why did you go out to Minnesota?
I saw the truck. I wanted it.
Was it lifted already?
Yeah, it was all specced out. Super nice.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Was it at a dealership or?
Yeah, dealership. Yeah.
You were just searching online?
Yeah.
This guy's an online addict when it comes to like marketplace or shopping.
Place, yeah.
This dude will buy and flip and sell shit all the time just because he loves to make a deal. Like you live for it. All right, so you get in the shop, and this is something where I try to tell people building relationships, trusting people's process is important. So tell me, I guess, walk us through the vision you had with the original building, right?
Yeah.
The big one.
Yeah.
But then, at the end of the day, maybe the numbers didn't jive, and you're like, hey, we got to pivot, because we talk about pivoting a lot. How did you navigate to the other building you're in on the same property? So can you walk us through that? Like, there's 2 buildings on the property. I guess, what was your overall goal and what's your future goal with that?
Yeah, so I bought this 1 acre lot, commercial, zoned industrial. Back pole barn was basically brand new, didn't have electrical. Had to run electrical from the street.
Yep.
Pretty costly, but we made that happen. And then the front building was it was added on multiple times, I believe 4 to 5 times. So the roof was leaking where they joined the buildings together. You had combined passages and all that through the building. So I was at the point where I needed to put a new roof on it, like we talked about.
Yeah.
But that would have ran.
It was a lot of money.
Yeah, 40 to 50 for everything, and then renovations on top of that. So I was in the point where, do I just tear it down, build new pole barn, something like that, steel building?
Sure.
Or do I put the money into this building and renovate it? So what I ended up doing is operating my Hennessey company out of the back building, the brand new one.
Which is a 3 bays, right? Or is it 2 bays and then the offices?
2 bays, it's roughly 1,600 square feet.
Which is a good size.
Yeah, 60 by 56.
Yep.
30 by 56.
Yep.
So that's fine. That's plenty to work out of. And then the front building, it was just sitting. I had some stuff in there stored, and I just ended up relocating some of that equipment because, like we talked about, pivoting, making your asset worth your ROI, basically. So I took that back building, renovated it, and now I have a tenant in there currently.
Is he in?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah. So
I brought that to life.
he did. So
Does he like it?
yeah.
And is that heater working?
Yeah. I saw the before and after. He didn't see it after. So we signed the lease assuming it was going to be,
Decent?
well, no,
Assuming it was going to be shit.
before you touched it.
Really?
And then he got in there the day of, and he was like, holy shit,
Yeah, dude.
this is nice.
So we went in. I identified all the fuckery with the electrical, corrected what we could, pulled out some of the stuff that wasn't necessary, reused some of the stuff honestly to run a heater just because that wire is expensive, and sprayed it black. Closed up a bunch of windows, insulated some stuff, and what are you getting per month now, if you don't mind me asking?
It's about 5 to 750.
Yeah. So that was a building that he invested. I don't know. I mean, I think it was funny. I looked at, we did that and your house, and I think it was like 17, you know? And if you really think about that, that's actually not bad. And I appreciate you just allowing me to bill you the hourly, because it worked out on both ends, because we did a lot at his house. We got this unit rentable.
Yeah.
And then did that guy, is it just a 1-year lease, or how's that working?
Yeah, it's a 1-year lease. And then future plans, planning on buying this shop down the road. This lady's going to be contacting me here come springtime, so hopefully in the next couple months I can get my hands on this property about 5 lots down.
Okay.
It's got a 60 by 60 building on it with a 1.7 acre lot, so hopefully I could get some more tenants in there and then build some mulch bins, salt bins, stuff like that, start selling material, and then reprocessing our yard waste to compost and reselling it. So
when you do compost, you have to rotate it, right?
you do, yeah.
So what do you use? Like, is it just a skid steer, or?
Yeah, you have to flip it and turn it, so we'd either use our loader or skid steer.
Okay.
And every couple weeks, just flip it and just keep adding to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you tell these guys that are landscapers, small business owners, what you did with containers to utilize space that maybe you didn't have in the 1,600 square foot shop? Because I think it's brilliant what you did with these containers. And I know a lot of these guys maybe are maxed out with their space in their building, and it's super expensive, man. I mean, I'm a contractor and I'm not cheap, and if you want it done right, you know, it's going to cost you. But what did you do with the containers? What are you getting them for? So
I basically bought 2 to 3 sea containers. You can get them 8.5 by 40 or 8.5 by 20.
Okay.
And I'm a super particular guy, as you know.
Yep.
I like everything super organized. So
look at his haircut, guys. Jeez.
Shout out Taper T. And then
Taper T in where are they at?
North Olmsted.
North Olmsted. Check out Taper T.
Yeah. So basically, I bought these shipping containers because I had a lot of clutter in the shop. I hate clutter.
Yeah.
You can't operate efficiently with clutter.
I seen your house.
Yeah.
I seen his clothes. Yeah. Funny story, really quick.
Oh God.
When we were over, he's so busy. He asked if we could hang up a bunch of custom stuff at his house: mirrors, pictures, clothing rack.
Yeah.
My one kid lives at home with his parents still. My one worker, and he's seen it. To me, it's an adult thing. Like, you organize your clothes by color, or at least it's a guy thing. You know, grays, blues, whites. He said, "You see this shit? This guy organizes his clothes by color," and I'm like, well, yeah, what the fuck do you do? Like, I mean, that's an adult thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I guess, like, when you live at home with your parents and you got one closet, you can't do much, and you got a dresser. So he was like, dude, I got to take a picture of this and show my buddies. This is just crazy organized.
This guy's out of his mind.
Yeah, I was like, well, Zach is OCD obsession, but I don't know. I thought that was pretty fucking common. But this kid was blown away, dude.
Was he?
Yeah, dude, it was hilarious.
And that's
that was Kyle. That was Kyle. Yeah.
You got Kyle and who? What's his name?
Kyle and Ethan. And then Chris. Yeah. So Kyle and Ethan are my field guys, and then Chris runs the sales stuff. And
super nice guys, Kyle and Ethan.
Yeah.
So I mean, super OCD. So back to the shipping containers. So I took a lot of the clutter, small equipment. I put that in one container, nice and organized. Irrigation systems, aerators, overseeders, miscellaneous straw bales, stuff like that. And then the second sea container, and they're just 20 footers. Yeah. I bought the Home Depot Husky racks.
Okay.
Lined both sides.
Like the metal ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just labeled each individual shelf with, you got your brake clean WD-40, grease, you got your weed eater, string.
So you're building yourself essentially a little hardware store.
Yeah, because we're all about efficiency and systems. So, if it takes my guy 30 minutes to go to Home Depot and back, plus the Home Depot trip itself, you're talking an hour plus.
Of burn time.
Yeah, and to have that stuff in-house. Yeah. To walk 10, 20 feet from the shop. Yeah. And then when you get low on your stock, have a system to write it on your whiteboard. Yeah. Hey, we're down 3...
WD-40 cans or something.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So having that at the shop, the $4,000 investment for the containers, really I just made money within my first year on having those set in place.
Just efficiency.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I want to get into, those systems. Yeah. Having the right systems for your business. Yeah. So, I'll just use mowing for example. You have a designated route per crew. But for your landscaping guys, if you have the right CRM, so my yard book basically, if you
For some guys that don't know, what's a CRM?
basically it's different systems, different online websites you can use to run your business efficiently. So I recommend using Yardbook. It's pretty cheap. It's one of the cheapest per month, and it's really easy to navigate. Basically, having the right systems in place, you take 5 man hours a day.
Okay.
You times that over your 30 visits for the property every single year. If you're paying them 20, 25 an hour, that's, $3 to $4 grand a year you're just losing.
Yeah.
If you don't have the right routes in place. And Yardbook, you're able to utilize and optimize your routes efficiently.
Does it like logistically plan their routes better?
Yep. So if you input them, let's just say you have 20 accounts per crew and you're running 4 crews, you're running 80 properties a day.
Yeah.
Let's just say one route, you input it and you have it routed for 3.5 hours of drive time.
Okay.
You can click the optimize route button on that Yardbook CRM.
Yeah.
And it takes that 3.5 hour drive time down to like 1.7.
You saved all that.
You're saving that.
And you could add more yards.
More yards, and you can be more profitable.
I feel like you probably get to a point where you're like, or before this, your 8 hour days just, hey, we're packed. We can only fit, let's say 50 yards. I don't know. And then you get this system, an 8 hour day, it went from 50 to 100. So you could start, adding more to the route. I guess in my head, and maybe you're doing this already, I would at least look at, let's say you got your route, right? And you got, what's your average, how many yards they do a day?
Depends on the crew. We're talking residential. You run 4 crews.
No, just one
crews.
crew. Like, what's a crew hitting? How many?
Probably 20 to 25.
Okay, so let's say 20 to 25.
Yeah.
Can you look along that route and go, fuck, dude, there's this long stretch of no houses. That'd be nice if I could get a couple, because then it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Of course.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because that's what I would do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not only about the hours too. If you're crimping down your hours on the route, you're not only saving man hours, you're saving your truck's wear and tear, your gas, a whole bunch of stuff.
Sure.
So
it starts to multiply.
Yeah.
Like your savings and your profits, really.
Yeah.
I think we're diving into some good stuff so far, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. We are diving into some systems, maybe processes, procedures, how you operate. I have a bunch of questions because I think there's going to be a lot of viewers out there that really want to know maybe how you set your trailers up, how you set your trucks up. I know for a fact you and I have talked about why you run the trucks you do, why you run the trailers you do. You just revamped your entire fleet of mowers and weed eaters and all that good stuff. And I'm big into networking, and I know you got a great deal on all your equipment. So I guess let's first talk about, like, it's a ground up approach, right? I guess what did you start with mower wise when you started like building out your fleets, and then what did you recognize, hey, maybe I'm going to go a different route?
Yeah, so we were running basically all Toro and Exmark. And don't get me wrong, they're great mowers, top of the line, same up there with Skag, which we are currently running. But for me, it's all about customer service.
Yeah.
And, with the right dealer, I go to Milk's Power Equipment over in Amherst, speak to Brandon or April about your power equipment needs. They'll get you right.
Was that Milk's?
Yeah, Milk's, yeah.
Milk's Power Equipment?
Yeah, correct,
Okay.
yeah. Over in Amherst, Ohio.
Shout out.
Yeah, so we switched all over to Skag, mainly because Skag is number 1 currently, and Brandon's customer service is just top notch.
Yeah, and when you say customer service, like, I have no idea coming from a construction standpoint. What's customer service on a landscaping side look like?
Yeah, basically, it's just him personally reaching out, reassuring you, going above and beyond on a Saturday or Sunday, getting in, and getting stuff fixed. Even dropping off, after hours, having a guy stay back to get us right for the next day, or, possibly a snowstorm or something like that. Just taking care of us overall.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are you running the same weed eaters too?
Yeah, so, you just run the basic steel weed eaters, FS91Rs. They're the cheapest straight shaft weed eaters out there, hardly ever any issues. I like to rotate my equipment every 3 to 5 years, depending on the hours.
Okay.
When mowers reach about 1,500 to 2,000 hours, that's when I like to rotate them out and order a new fleet.
Okay.
So that was actually recently in 2025. I
Yep.
just revamped my fleet and got everything in brand new, basically. So it was time. My mowers were getting up there,
Sure.
Downtime in the field, I don't like having that. So,
Yeah.
every 3 to 5 years, like I said, we like to rotate them out.
Okay. Now, did you always buy from this? I mean, what's a good pointer you could give to these guys? How do you go out and wheel and deal and find somebody that is, one, going to take care of you, but give you like a fair price? How did you even find this place?
Yeah, so I mean,
Because you were running X marks.
yeah, starting off, you do have to go on the marketplace and, Craigslist and pick up the lower grade blowers. But if I could tell you something, if you're going to buy a lower grade leaf blower for $200 compared to a brand new steel, which is top of the line on the market right now for $300 to $400,
Yeah.
make that investment, save a little bit more money, because the efficiency, the power, and the downtime, basically, because you're not going to have any issues with it, is
Yeah.
worth it.
Okay.
So
Are they all two-stroke?
yeah,
Okay.
all two-stroke.
So everything you're running is two-stroke other than obviously the mower?
Yeah, other than the mower, yeah.
Okay. How are your trailers set up for these guys?
Yeah, so
Like what size are they? What do you have in there?
yeah, so for our maintenance division, we run the Chevy 3500 trucks with the dumper dog setups in the back. Basically a mobile dump truck insert that you just wire up.
Yeah.
And then we run the 7x16 enclosed trailers with a Skag 36 and a Skag 52-inch mower, being able to get in these small residential
Are
backyards.
those V-rides or what are they?
Yeah, the V-Ride stand-ons. I went with the stand-ons because they're more compact.
Yeah.
Compared to the sit-down like you got.
Yeah. I bought the X Mark. What was it? Is it 60-inch?
No, you bought it was an X-Mark 52-inch Laser Z with the double bagger blower system on it.
Yep.
Super nice mower.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
He hooked me up too. I mean, you put brand new Kawasaki motor on it,
Yeah,
right?
it's brand new, yeah.
And the Kawasaki's way better than, I think the other one's like a Kohler or some shit.
Yeah, you can go Kawasaki, Kohler, Briggs & Stratton. Top of the line is the Kawasaki.
Yep.
But like I said, going back to the hours, that mower reached 2,000 plus hours.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the way we maintain our equipment's, top of the line. We don't beat on it, so the frame was solid.
The frame's solid. Like there's no rust on it.
No, we
Like,
clean them.
Yeah, I was gonna say you must
blow
clean
them
them
off after every use, and
I don't even know how old is the mower I bought, but obviously the motor's new.
yeah, the motor's brand new. I think I sold it to with like a couple hundred hours on it.
Couple hundred hours,
Not
like
even.
nothing. Yeah.
So
And I run the piss out of it. I got 8 acres here.
yeah, I think that's 2012, 2015.
Fuck, I don't even know. I just trusted you. You said buy this one from me.
Yeah, it's a nice mower. So we set them up with that, but yeah, we run the stand-ons for efficiency.
Yeah.
Just because they're so compact and being able to get in and out of backyards with storing them in the trailers too. We don't want to be trailering around 20-foot enclosed trailers for residential property. So
that's a really good conversation to have. Like, I guess, is that a good size? One, liability, it's easier to tow, but two, like, residential is just going to be smaller.
Smaller parking, maneuvering, you got to worry about that. So yeah, we run the 7.5 by 16s, and I bought all they're called equipment defender racks for the weed eaters, blowers, string holder, just all the random gas cans, stuff like that. So everything's mounted, super clean, organized.
Yeah, I know. I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe you
has a
could shoot me
place.
some photos that I could put and link to this.
Yeah.
Just so the guys can get some ideas.
Yeah.
Are you running chainsaws at all?
That's a whole different, that's on the landscape division. So
Sorry, boss.
No.
Sorry,
So
boss.
landscape, we run the dump trucks with the 20-foot enclosed. Now, those are much bigger trailers. Those hold all of our miscellaneous shovels, chainsaws, power equipment, tools, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are running, all sorts of power equipment in the landscape setups.
Okay. For those guys out there that are watching, trying to maybe grow their business, was it harder for you to go from like 1 crew to 2 crew, or 2 crews to like 5 crews? Or is it just kind of all grow together as long as you have the funds? And the yards, right?
Yeah, I mean, everything's been consistent, honestly, with growing and scaling. But it gets to a point, I would say, when you hit the 7-figure mark to where you have to have the right people in place with the right systems. and managing and making sure we're checking off our checklists and all that sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, shit can hit the fan really quick.
Sure.
So I'd say growing consistently is where I've been at, but just having the right people on your team, making sure everything's staying organized and consistent.
Okay.
Customer relations, because when you started off with 1 to 2 crews, it's a lot different than running 5 to 6 crews at once.
Sure.
You just can't be everywhere at once like you used to be.
Okay.
And manage everything under your umbrella.
Now, how many guys do you have in the field working?
In the field, we run typically, I'd say 13 to 15.
Okay.
During green season, yeah.
And then do you have like, I guess what's the pyramid of management look like in terms of field guys, management, or sales? What do you got there?
Yeah, so we have me at the top, and then right below me is my operations manager.
Okay.
He's handling sales and day-to-day operations.
Is that Max?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
And then we have our 2 other managers underneath Max, which are maintenance division.
Okay.
Which is, the grass cutting, the spring cleanups.
Yep.
The basic regular year-to-year maintenance.
Yeah.
We run 3 to 4 crews on that side, and then the landscape side, we run 2 landscape crews, and we have a manager oversee that.
Okay.
And then underneath those guys, you have your foremans for each crew, and then your crew members under them, and
Sure.
it's a whole pyramid.
Yeah. Right. Now, does your guys that are on one division can you like, hey, we need to flex these guys over here simply because maybe it's a big cleanup job, a couple trees went down, we just need more manpower?
Yeah. So we do flex sometimes. I really don't like to, but if it just makes sense number-wise, and it's honestly a mentality thing too. If you're handling a big property with 2 to 3 guys, they're going to be like, oh man, we're never going to get this done, compared to bringing in 2 more crews and everybody's working together.
Gives you some motivation, like I got help here.
It does.
Hell yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
So pivoting on the right jobs is very important.
Yeah.
It's a mentality thing, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
Knows you got the team behind you to get it done.
yep.
Now, your sales guy, Max, for any guys out there looking to hire a sales guy or have one, how do you structure yours to, one, keep him motivated? Do you have a certain number he has to hit? Because, I've been looking online, how do I manage my company? And if you're paying someone X, Y, and Z, they should generate X, Y, and Z in sales.
Of course.
There's a number attached to a salary or whatever. So,
yeah. So number-wise, we do have a commission structure.
Okay.
Our profit sharing. So basically, I give them a piece of the bone.
Okay, sure.
Because it keeps them hungry.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's fair.
It's very important. I don't just want to build a normal job. I want to build a career for these guys.
You want them to come back, enjoy being there. It's a big family, dude. And I've met, all your guys, and they're fucking great.
Yeah.
And they love being there.
Yeah.
And you know what? The ones that don't like it, get the fuck out and move on.
Exactly.
And all my buddies that run companies, it's the same way. Excuse me. You got guys that are lifers, and dude, you'll do anything for them. And then you got guys that are like, this ain't for me. Fuck it. See ya.
Yeah. And I see these guys more than my own family.
Literally.
But I consider them family because how much I see them and how much we talk.
Yeah.
The personal conversations too, we get pretty deep sometimes.
Yeah. Sure.
So, I consider them my family.
But I think that takes a lot, right? Like, somebody personally, whether they have kids at home, a wife, a baby, you're emotionally invested. And one, you got to separate yourself, but at the same token, you're like, hey, dude, like, you got this all at home. Let's get them this, right?
Yeah.
We didn't get into too much detail, and I want the whole structuring your sales guy.
Yeah.
Are they a base salary, or are they salary plus commission? How do you structure that for these guys to know?
Yeah. So salary plus commission.
You don't have to say how much you pay, but your
salary,
mindset of it.
your base. So they're getting taken care of, 365. And then the commission, it's making sure that the guys beneath them are doing their job properly and efficiently.
Yeah.
And like the whole pyramid thing. So it's just, one after another, leading all the way down to the
It's a
lowest
hierarchy.
guy.
Like, everybody has someone to listen to.
Exactly. So they're always making sure that the crew members aren't fucking shit up because it's coming out of their pay as well.
Yeah.
Their monthly bonus check and stuff like that. I don't have a set number that.
Can you go back to that though really quick? So you said, and you're the second company I heard this, and I like that. What do you mean it's coming out of their bonus check if the team fucks it up? Can you give me an example of what that looks like?
Yeah, so at the end of month we have our review, and
You do a monthly review.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah,
Okay.
just because I have to for the commission. So it just keeps everything on track. You have certain it's a pie chart basically. Company expenses, company losses. Your payroll, stuff like that.
And you're reviewing that with these guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything. They got a chart and everything.
Yep.
Super fair, super organized.
And who's putting that together?
My accountant.
Your accountant.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So she does that once a month, and that just helps break everything up to find their percentage on what they made.
Okay.
And then like we go back to the crew member, if they fuck something up.
Yeah.
That's not only coming out of my business, but it's
Hey, it's coming out of your profits, dude. Because we're a team here at the end of the day. I'm not going to get fucked, and you're just going to walk away with your bonus.
Yeah, we're all fucked.
Yeah, we're all going to be fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody needs to be tight.
Yeah, and there's been times where I've overseen like something small happens, but still like not my operations manager, but my maintenance or landscape field supervisor will get pissed.
Yeah.
And the crew member was like, "Why are you so mad? It's not your money." And he's like, "Yes, the fuck it is."
Right.
It is fucking me up too.
It is.
So
everybody's emotionally invested and financially invested.
Yeah, and but crew members like that, we get them the fuck out. If you're on the team, you're here to kill.
Yeah.
And grow.
Yep.
So.
No, I really appreciate you kind of breaking that down for guys that might be trying to hire a sales rep or kind of go down that route. Now, you know me, I am a guy that loves being in the field. Now, as we grow, and this year I feel, based on projections, we're going to grow, I might have to hire somebody essentially to maybe take more of my role in the field and network and do what I love. Do you still love doing it out in the field every once in a while? Because I know you do. And tell me that, and then tell everybody, what was it? Christmas Eve? Or was it Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. So first, tell us what you did on Thanksgiving. What the fuck happened? Because we were in Northeast Ohio. People canceled Thanksgiving with family literally because they couldn't get anywhere. That's how much snow we got and how fast it fell. So
yeah, on Thanksgiving I was eating dinner with the fam.
And at your mom's at the time?
Yeah, my mom's. 5, 6 o'clock, we got about 1.5 inches on the ground, and a lot of my contracts are either zero tolerance or a 2-inch trigger point.
Okay.
So 2-inch trigger point, we're coming out, we're taking care of the driveway and stuff like that. So,
what's a 2-inch trigger point? The second it hits 2 inches, you're plowing?
Yeah, 2 inches of accumulation on the ground.
Yeah, yeah. How do you measure that, or who dictates that? Or
we typically
got a customer putting out there with a tape measure.
Yeah.
Where you at, guys?
Yeah,
2 inches.
Yeah, we get that sometimes, but we use AccuWeather.
Okay.
It's the most accurate app out there for weather from what we've seen and gone through. We've gone through all the different apps and stuff like that, but a lot of my guys were enjoying family dinner with their families on Thanksgiving, so I got my ass out there and started the routes and started plowing and stuff like that, and I wanted them to have as much time as they could with their families. So.
And that means so much, man. Yeah. It really does. You lead at the front, and my big thing is like lead by example.
And doing that too, I mean, one of my good guys, he's a crew member. He runs my heavy equipment. He was in PA coming back from.
What's his name? Give him a shout out.
His name's Nick.
Nick, you're a good cat, dude.
Yeah,
I met you before.
Yeah, so I was out plowing. He was scheduled to come in at like 10 p.m. that night. I was out there like 5 to 6, getting started. And he called me. He's like...
he's a state away.
Yeah, he's 2 hours away. He got back at 7. He called me. He's like, hey, just got back. I'm going to shower and stuff. I know you're out there, and I fucking respect that. And I'm going to come in early, too, and we're going to get this.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's for the team.
Yeah, dude.
And that goes a long way.
Oh, man. When he told me that, it's not like you were even around.
What did he say?
He pretty much said you're a shitbag for making him come in. No, I'm just playing. I think it was, I sparked the conversation of...
This is at my house?
Yeah, when I was working at your house. I was like, what the fuck did you guys do on Thanksgiving? I said, because it was terrible. And just me and you having conversation about how shitty it is. I talked to you because I wished you a Thanksgiving. And I was like, fuck you didn't message me back till later. And I was like, well, there goes our friendship. Now, and clearly you were plowing, And he's like, dude, no, he's like, I was in PA. I felt fucking terrible. He hit me up and I was like, is he married maybe? Or fiance or? Girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they were at her family's house.
Yeah.
I remember that. And he's like, dude, Zach was out there getting it. You didn't even tell me you were getting it, you know? He told me.
Yeah.
And that just, bro, I've known you for a while, but that just gained so much respect for me because I am the guy out there getting it with my guys. And I'm like, if a motherfucker ever says anything about you that you didn't build what you got, it was given to you, and fuck them. I'll put them in the dirt because
fuck them.
I know what you do.
Yeah.
And sorry to hijack this, but it's so important that guys out there that are running their business that think it's the 80s and 90s where you can sit in a fucking truck and not do anything. Times have changed. You got to get your hands dirty still.
Yeah.
And you have to show that you still got it because that gives guys fucking motivation, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So.
But yeah, going back to the me being out in the field, do I miss that? Yeah, I miss when it was simple. Me and 2 other guys, you know, cutting fucking 100 lawns a week.
No big deal.
No headaches.
Yeah.
Making that money.
Yeah.
But with scaling, you know, you have to bring on the right people.
Yeah.
The right people to do your job for you, and with the right people in place, shit still happens.
Sure.
Of course, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you know, you just.
What's your biggest mistake out in the field that cost you? Was it the door I installed? That was an expensive door. I'll tell you about that in a second.
Mistake in the field, so.
Because guys, we've all ate it. We all had to fucking eat the cookie one time, you know, and just pay the piper.
Not money wise, but biggest pain in the ass. When I was running like 2 crews when I was getting started.
Yeah.
One of my guys, Jay, was running a crew. He lives in Florida now, but he was running a crew, and this kid on the crew wanted to run the mower. This is on Lake Road. Lake Road, it's backed up to Lake Erie, so there's a cliff
I know exactly what
in
you're
the
talking
backyard. You know, the backyard's the lake.
Yeah.
And Jay calls me. He goes, "Yo, he put the mower in the lake."
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God, 75-foot drop.
No. Was it an X mark, not a?
Yeah, it was an X mark.
Oh, okay.
I was getting my hands.
That's the one you sold me, probably.
Yeah.
That's why it goes right, you know?
No. But I was doing a mulch job or some shit. You know, my hands are black. I'm dirty as fuck.
Yeah.
And he FaceTimes me and he tells me this shit. I'm like, dude, you're fucking joking.
Yeah, you're lying, dude.
He's like, dude, I wish I was. And he walks over, and like over the fucking cliff, this fucking mower's just sitting down there.
What happened? How did
This kid cutting the backyard lost control and like let it go off.
No way.
Yeah.
So how'd you get it out? Winch?
I thought I was gonna have to call a crane.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Because it's 75 feet. That's fucking insane.
Get this. There's steps that lead up to the top.
Yeah, I know.
Zigzag.
I just actually did helped a crew do a zigzag deck. That's why I know exactly what you're talking about.
So we pop I leave the guys at the job I'm at. I drive over. It's fucked, you know?
Like, it's fucked.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
It was me, like 3 other guys there, one of them being Darren, one of my good buddies who passed away, and then
Oh, sorry.
it's,
He didn't pass cutting grass with you.
no.
Oh, okay.
No, this was recent, but it wasn't anything like that. It was Jay and a couple other guys. We popped the gate off trailer. It's a mesh gate. It's a metal gate.
Yeah. You could slide them.
Yeah.
Yep.
This motor weighs like 2,000 pounds. There's like 4 or 5 of us.
Jesus
We manhandled this 2,000-pound mower
Up the stairs?
up the fucking stairs.
Fuck yeah, you did, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
And my buddy Darren was in fucking Crocs doing this shit.
Hey, I got my tactical Crocs on right now. Check them out.
There you go.
I just bought these. These are the off-road version.
Oh shit. They're on sport mode, are they?
You see those? No, they're on sport. No, they're not on sport mode now. Hey, flip them back though.
There you go.
We'll cut some grass.
Yeah. But no, we're fucking. It took us like 2 hours. I wasn't calling a fucking crane.
No,
Fuck that.
a couple G's, bro. You might as well buy a new motor.
2 to 4 grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So you guys got it up the stairs.
Yeah.
Was it damaged?
Dude, no. Like the hill was steep, but like it slid down.
Really? That'd have been a good X-Mark commercial. For sure. Built X tough.
That was bad though. You know, we winched that up there. It took us like almost 2 hours, I think.
Sure.
But we
So it could have been bad, but you guys salvaged it and figured it out.
Yeah, we got it up. So
Yeah.
That's probably the worst thing that's happened to me in the field, honestly.
Just not financially.
Yeah. Not
So financially, let me go back to this because I want to tell this story.
Yeah.
my good friend Zach over here calls and he says, "Hey, dude, did you call a couple contractors just locally, just see if they could figure it out or no?"
No, I'm not one to look elsewhere if I have a good connection.
So he calls me. It's like, dude, a rock hit a door. That's so random. Like, it's never happened to you, right?
Fucking, the guy was weed whacking and they flipped a rock somewhere and it, of course, dinged the door. That was a custom door with
It's a custom door. It was tempered glass. Anybody who knows doors, it was a Therma-Tru, custom made. Not necessarily custom made, but I think it ran like $3,000. Like, I sent you the invoice.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And because it was so detailed, and I would feel terrible if I went out there and the hinges didn't line up, the lock set didn't line up. I had his guys measure it.
Yeah.
Because you are kind of far from me. Mm-hmm. I then sent it to my supply house. Then they called me back and they're like, "Listen, you need to confirm all of this because once it goes through, there's no going back on these cuts in this door."
Yeah.
And they had to paint the thing. So it had a match, and thank God that the builder, whoever remodeled that house, they gave the homeowner the exact spec sheet, so that was perfect. They just didn't have the hinge cuts, which was weird. So everything matched up, and I didn't even bill you for that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he took care of me, and that goes a long way.
It's my boy, dude. And I told him, because I felt genuinely bad. I was like, fucking door's like $3,000. Like, I just forwarded you an invoice. I'm like, I'm not marking it up. Like, this is it, bro. And to me, that's a big financial hit. You just had to eat that, dude. Did you even claim it through insurance or no? You just ate it?
I just ate it.
Yeah.
But that client before that, like 2 weeks before, just dropped like $25,000 on a landscape project.
And I'm doing work for her. So I even weaseled my way in that door, and I was like, "Hey, this is what I do."
Yeah.
And now I'm doing, and actually I have to go back and measure more windows. I think I'm doing like 5 windows there, a bunch of trim work, custom staircase. Bro, it probably turned into like a $12,000-$15,000 job.
Yeah.
So
she spent good money with us, and
yeah, she's super nice.
Yeah, take care of her. Mm-hmm. No, and that'll just build a relationship long term. I don't see why she wouldn't resign.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah, she is.
She is.
We took care of that, and honestly, biggest financial hit, now that I think about it, not in the field, but I was working on my shop that I was renting one evening, and outside I smelled this like electrical burning smell. You know that smell?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
About?
I know it wasn't electrical I was doing.
No. And this smell kept hitting me inside the shop, and I look outside, and my fucking truck's in flames. One of my work trucks. And I only had liability on it at the time. Oh. So I ate like $20,000 like that.
Really? It caught on fire?
Yeah, but it was hooked up. Get this. It was hooked up to my enclosed.
So she had to pull it off? What'd you guys do?
My enclosed is hooked up to this.
Yeah.
The truck's burning down as, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm freaking the fuck out. Inside of that enclosed, at the V, there's probably 30 gallons of gas.
Oh, yeah.
This shit would have been a bomb.
Oh, yeah. So how'd you get it off? Did you pull it off?
Dude, this thing was in flames. I fucking jacked it up. Quick as fuck.
Yeah.
The quickest fucking unhook in my life.
Yeah.
And my ex-girlfriend at the time was screaming at me because I had a couple people at the shop. We were just chilling, working on shit. She was screaming at me like, "Get the fuck away, like if this thing blows up." But like,
yeah. You're like, chill. I got millions in this fucking company.
I'm the type of guy, like, I don't give a fuck about my health, which is fuck sometimes. Not my health, my safety.
Yeah, sure.
Times like that, because that's my fucking money. Yep. So I unhook this fucking trailer. Long story short, I take my skid steer. This truck's in flames, and I fucking
Kubota skid steer, nice one.
I lift up this fucking truck.
No, you did.
And I fucking threw it like 10 feet away. This thing's on fire, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't at the yard we're at now, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was the one I was renting at.
That's hilarious.
But I fucked up my landlord's fence. I felt terrible, and woke up the next morning. I was like, fuck. I had to go fix the fence. I had to get that truck towed out.
Yeah.
I only got like $300 for scrap.
Ugh.
Lost like $20,000.
Was it a Chevy?
Another truck, yeah.
Was it just a bad wiring or something when you guys hooked up?
Yeah. I had some pod lights installed, and
something happened.
Probably a bad fuse, wrong size fuse.
Yeah.
Something as little as a fuse.
Yeah, overloaded it. Burned right through, heated up, yeah.
But before...
I've had some fuses that I've caught on like my side-by-side.
Yeah.
And you know, just like in a pinch when you're on the trails.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, use whatever you can. And dude, I've came back and they were melted. And it's like, yeah. You just got to get through.
Yeah, electrical fires are no joke.
Yeah, yeah.
No joke. So that was probably the biggest financial hit I've taken.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you talk about, I guess, how important is your family to, I guess, running the business? I met your mom. She's an amazing person. Is she involved with it? Because I know she has, I think literally her name is like, oh, it's Hennessey, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, her last name's Hennessey. Is she involved with the company at all or not?
No, when I was young, with my mom and dad getting divorced, I always looked up to my mom, and
Sure.
7, 8 years old at the time, I'm just thinking of a name. I thought of her last name and wanted to rep that, and
Really?
it's been Hennessey ever since. It's my name, so.
For the longest time, I really thought you were just like a fan of like
The drink, yeah. Oh,
No, not even the drink. What a hood rat you are, Jesus Christ!
Well, I'll be at a
I was thinking
stoplight.
like cars, Hennessy cars.
Oh, like the performance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your family?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, thought we got lucky here.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, hook me up.
Yeah, right?
Now, do you stay in touch with your dad? Do you communicate with him?
Yeah, no, I do.
Or is he a good dude?
Good dude, but I don't know why, like, you have 2 sons and you didn't make an effort when they were younger
So, good dude, not a good dad.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know what happened, when I was younger, but, I just couldn't imagine having 2 sons or,
And
2
leaving
daughters.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
General.
your mom's an angel, dude. Like, and his mom is out there. Anytime she was able to get free of work, she was doing trim work,
Yeah.
painting.
Yeah. She's the best.
She's a machine, dude.
She's the best.
She reminds me of my mom, man, and like, my mom would give me the shirt off her back and anybody else just to see me succeed. And excuse me, I actually started a fitness clothing line back in the day called Rise and Grind, and this was before like the whole term was big. I started this in, I graduated in college 12, so like 13, probably 2014. I started a company called Rise and Grind Fitness, and when she got her refund check for taxes, I was like, hey, can I borrow that to order a bunch of clothing gear to like create an inventory? And like, we didn't have money, and that was like a big thing, and she lent me that, and I remember that. And yeah, and I mean, to this day, dude, she's done everything from, if I've been in a pinch with needing a house painted or something, like she's been there, man. And
Yeah.
moms are a big deal.
They are, but I mean, going back to that whole divorce thing when I was 6, I don't think I would be at where I'm at right now if it wasn't for that and me not being in touch with my dad and growing up being comfortable but not comfortable.
Yeah,
if that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense,
Yeah, you weren't satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make a name for myself, so.
Sure. Guys, let's take a break really quick. We'll get right back into it, and we'll talk about some more details, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, we're back. We're locked in. I wanted to dive into essentially how he is maybe pricing and navigating the winter, because some guys just cut and they can't afford to snowplow. I also wanted to talk about, what was that? Do you remember what I brought up?
Commercial properties.
Yeah, commercial properties too. I think there's a lot of people out there that may be wondering, how do you go after a commercial property? Maybe order some good sales techniques. How do you sell against that? So the first thing is, I thought it was brilliant. Can you break down how you, to a customer, how much they're paying per month or per year? I know you have some like benefits you roll back to them.
Yeah.
Are you running tablets in the trucks, things like that?
Yeah, so starting off, if you were to call me about services, I would, if you just wanted, let's just say 5 out of the 12 services, I would want to present to you.
What do you mean 5 out of the 12?
So 12,
like services, what do you mean?
12 being my full service contract with everything we offer from A to Z.
Okay.
Because when I offer you that, I offer a bundle discount for everything if you were to sign up for the year.
Sure.
But either way, if you do sign up with our services over $1,500, I take that total and I spread it over the course of 12 monthly installments interest-free. Because I'm at the position now where I'm fine liquid-wise, where we can eat that up front and then help the client out, basically borrowing free money throughout the whole year so they have a steady payment so that way they can budget for themselves, and we can also make a profit in the winter because we have salary guys, we have expenses. I like to, especially for the books, it's nice to show steady income as a business.
Sure.
12 months out of the year. So
Yeah.
we're able to take those payments, spread them over the course of 1 year.
How many cuts do you give?
Per year in Ohio, calls for 30.
Okay.
30 visits in a season.
Okay. When you say calls, are you using something? Like, where'd you get it calls for 30 cuts? Like,
Because
is there like...
we have rain weeks where
Yeah.
at the end of the season, let's just say you complete your 12th monthly payment and
Yeah.
we've only cut you 25 out of the 30 times.
Okay.
We'll prorate that for next year's services, or we'll cut you a check.
And refund you back the 5 cuts.
Correct.
No shit.
Yeah.
So let me break this down for all the idiots out there, because I'm one of those guys that want it broken down. You got 30 cuts for the season.
Yeah.
And then you space that out 30 divided by 12, whatever the price is.
Yeah. So let's just say the 30 cuts come out to $1,200 for the year.
Yep.
You got 12 months.
Yep.
At
Oh, yeah.
$1,200.
Sure.
That's $100 a month.
$100 a month, okay.
And that comes out on the first of each month, with Yardbook being your CRM business platform.
So you make sure everybody has a card on file.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you sign up, we send you a secure link to store your card on file.
Yep.
And then we add you in the auto billing system that Yardbook offers.
Okay.
And we auto generate invoices on the first of each month.
Okay.
So if you signed up 30 visits at $100, a month.
Yeah.
That comes out to $100 a month on the first of each month.
Okay.
So, and that helps you. You would rather pay that than $1,200 up front, right?
Sure. And it spaces you out all winter.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, for me. So
you're getting not necessarily checks, but you're looking at that bank account and it's the first of the month, like...
And if we ever were to, apply for a business line of credit,
Sure.
having that steady income helps,
Yeah, that's a good way to
with
look
the
at it.
funds. So
Yeah.
they see the steady amount coming in compared to, most companies run, spring to late fall that don't plow.
Yeah. Hang tight, guys. That's my compressor.
Okay.
We're gonna pause for a minute. We're in my man cave podcast room, but the shop's downstairs. So
You just let that build every time?
no, it's the first time it's done it.
Yeah.
And you know what it was? I was filling up a tire, and I kept the valve on it, and that valve slowly lets off pressure on purpose.
So at least a little bit.
It just let off enough.
That's good.
Hopefully, you're getting some good shots of us.
I got a couple photos of you guys.
Will you?
And then
Can you do because this can be edited out. Can you do some cool video, like stay behind the camera, but get like maybe like when we're when we're cooking.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That'll be super helpful.
I got you.
You know what another thing to do is on that cap cut? I haven't utilized it yet, but what I need to is it will AI and find good short clips.
AI is ridiculous.
Bro.
You have an email, you rough draft, throw it in chat, punches it out like...
Oh, what I like too is like, let's say you got an email chain of like 9 or 10 emails. It summarizes at the top. Have you noticed that in Gmail?
It started to do that just recently.
It's legit. Because I'm like, man, what the fuck did we talk about the last 10 emails? And it's like, all right, that's where I was with this conversation. Yep.
It's fucking ridiculous.
That's a big compressor.
Well, you got that window covered up.
So if I shoot during the day, dude, I get this huge glare because that's the east.
That's what I need to do in my room.
That's a backdrop.
Oh, is it?
It's a backdrop, which when I started podcasting initially, I started in that room, and I have a window, and I have the 2 chairs set up. The problem is you got to run multiple cameras. And I was like, fuck that. Let's simplify it. And then I started getting my east sunrises that way, right? So if I shot, like I like shooting a morning podcast as well because I'll drink coffee with the guys. So I got that there. I got a coffee maker.
Yeah.
I got an espresso maker too,
Nice.
just for you. And yeah, dude, it's just the sun glare.
Yeah.
All right, guys, back to it. Compressor is done building pressure, So when you're a guy that loves tools, that shit just happens sometimes. So we were talking about breaking down the months, or breaking down the whole year, and you get paid, even in the winter. Now, let's say I'm a customer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Zach, bullshit. You guys didn't. You say you're how many did you say? 30 cuts?
Yeah.
You only did 25, but you're saying 30. I don't believe it. How do you combat that?
Yeah. So Yardbook again offers a feature to where every single time our guys start a job, we take a before picture and complete it out with an after picture.
Okay.
That's just a part of their day-to-day operation.
It's a check in the system.
It is.
Hell
And
yeah.
when you come at me saying, hey, you didn't complete the full 30 visits,
Yep.
I send them the thread of every single date with the before and after picture. And what are you going to do? Come back at me with nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly. And that's not the type of clients I want, honestly.
Yeah. Have you ever, I'm assuming you might get an older person or somebody that travels a lot and they don't recognize it. Have you ever had to deal with that?
So older, the only thing honestly I've had to deal with is the older people with the setting up a card on file because they don't do emails, they don't have a text phone, they have a house phone. So what I would do is I would have to manually mail them an invoice.
And they do a check?
They do a check, but we have a handful of clients that have been with me for a while, so I do stick with that.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not going to be an ass and just cut them off. So
yeah,
we do have a handful that are still with us.
You got any clients that pay cash at all?
No cash.
No,
because of the commission structure I do. I like to put everything on the books, and if I was to be taking cash, it'd be taking away from my guys as well. So.
Yeah. So you hear that, guys. And that's just one thing that even as I grew as a contractor is everybody wants to deal with cash, and cash is king. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. But when you tie employees into that and you really want to be honest with them, and that keeps them motivated, it's like, well, what happened to the cash, right? And when you're small, dude, it's super easy, and I hate to say it, but like it's super easy to hide money. Yep. Like when you're small, but the larger you get, the harder it is. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. You got pros and cons of doing all of that. So
Right.
So another thing I wanted to talk about is there's a lot of guys out there that do residential and they want to make that bridge. How do I do commercial? Whether it's landscaping or it's plowing, I guess for the landscaping side, what does a commercial contract look like? Or how do you even, like, you're not going to talk to the secretary, or are you like, hey, can I talk to the C-suite executive or whoever makes the decisions here?
Yeah, so one of two things you can do is, one, grow and scale your online business portfolio on Google. Okay. So you're ranking, number one in the area, top 5. Yeah. So when these, I'd say, district managers are reaching out, looking for different companies, different contractors, you're popping up as number 1 or in the top 5. So that's my main resource, I'd say, to, maintaining and scaling to commercial clients. Yeah. But another way too is honestly going in person. Yeah. And speaking with the manager on site. Yeah. Because if you go up there early in the year, I'd say February, March, get ahead of the schedule, introduce yourself, and get a proposal sent over. We've had some success doing that. So one of two ways you can do it. Okay. Yeah. Now, is it more profitable to do plowing for commercial or cutting grass? The grass gets you in the door to the bigger opportunities. I like that. The plowing does pay. The salting does pay. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are tapped in, but the salt pricing just went up because all the mines are shutting down. So, why are they shutting down? Just the holiday, or the seasonal thing? The seasonal. So they're all shutting down. Mm-hmm. The prices have quadrupled. Some have tripled, quadrupled. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. But I'm not marking up, so I'm honestly eating a lot of it right now. I'm under contract with these people. And you're locked in? Locked in. Yeah. Just got to eat it. And a lot of people don't recognize, too, so it depends on where you live. Mm-hmm. Right? If you guys are down south and you're not getting snow, you're cutting grass year-round. Yeah. Guys up here, you really have to, if you really want to maximize your sales, your profit, get through the winter, you have to plow. You sooner or later have to make that transition. And we're lucky, I guess. We have mines in Lake Erie. A lot of people don't know that under the lake is literal salt mines. I've known
friends and family members. I had a family member that worked actually in the salt mines in his entire life.
Yeah.
He actually developed COPD because when he was there back in the day, it was due to whole different regulations. He ended up passing essentially because of COPD, because working in the salt mines. But we have it here, so it's accessible. It's a little cheaper than a lot of places because anybody that is south of us, well, guess how you get it there? Train or truckload. And majority of the time it's truckload. You're paying that trucker, you're paying the fuel, you're paying the liability. So if I buy salt down here, it's definitely cheaper than probably what you're, it's more expensive than what you're paying.
Yeah, and while you're on that topic, I mean, we were talking about the seasonal work. You know, up here we're cutting grass in the spring, summer, but in the winter we transition to plowing. But if you weren't to transition into plowing, that opens up the door for another contractor to come in and take your contract. It's like with you, if you were to do some home remodeling and there's something you can't handle in your wheelhouse, are they going to go with you and another vendor, or a vendor that can do everything at once?
Under the same umbrella.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's funny you bring that up because the way I structure my company, and even when I was creating the name F1 Contracting, I really thought about, do I do F1, which F1 stands for Family First, Contracting Second. I'm a big believer in, because I came from a professional sales background, and like you build the rapport, you build the trust. Once you have that trust and they know like, hey, even if you're going to pay a little bit more, we're going to get the job done, we're going to go above and beyond, that's why I created the name, but that's why I created contracting rather than kitchens and bath, right? Because as a contractor, I could handle kitchens, bathrooms, basements. We do home additions. We got 3 homes coming up this year in Tremont. If I pigeonholed myself with a stupid name, well, that's fine for some people. They want to stay in that lane, but me and you, like, we think big, right? Like, you, lawn and landscape, right? You already planned ahead. I could see it by your name. Yeah. You're like, how do I scale this company? So, no, it's really good. I guess what are your plans scaling the company where you're at? Would you say you don't have to give a dollar amount? I mean, you say you're 7 figures now, right? So, guys, that's a $1 million revenue company, right? He's bringing in a couple mil a year. I guess what are your plans for the next, like, this year? I think 2026 is going to be big. Based on my business and what we deal with is we look at interest rates a lot, and I would say you guys too, because a lot of homeowners take home equity lines of credit. They borrow money to do big projects. Interest rates are coming down, and it's non-political. It's the reality of the landscape that they work in. Is if somebody could borrow money at a good rate, they're going to do stuff to their house. So I guess what's your anticipation for this year? And where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, my anticipation for this year is honestly stay the same, grow a little bit. I'd say about 10%, and then really try to maximize our net profits. We have a good gross, but maximize, get deep into our systems, make sure every little second counts. So maximize our net profits, and then 3 to 5 years, I don't want to get much bigger. We talked about this. Can you explain that a little? Like, the bigger you get, sometimes your profits shrink. They do. You might see huge numbers coming in. You could see 10 million coming in, and you're netting 8%. And then terrible. And then you could see 2 million coming in, but you're at 20%. That 20% looks way fucking better. So you're just focused on efficiency. So I mean, growing, I'd say 5 to 15% every year, and then probably cap it out at probably $5 million a year gross, and then just make sure our net's there. We're hitting our numbers, and just go from there. I don't want to get much bigger though. Have you? And I get a lot of emails about this. Are you familiar with private equity firms? So I know I get a lot of emails about private equity firms wanting to buy, companies in our industry, because me coming from a white collar world, that's a big deal. Where private equity firms, they looked at small white collar jobs, and they go, hey, I could buy this accounting firm. Because accounting, there is a lot of processes and procedures in place. And I think one thing with our generation is the past generation didn't have trades with processes and procedures. And now we're focusing on it so much. And do I want to sell my company? Honestly, I designed it where I could build it and have generational wealth. So I want to, if my daughter,
wants to take it over, great. If I have a son and he wants to take it over, great. It just depends. But I know at this point, at least where I am, I couldn't even sell it because my processes aren't in place to replicate. And that's what I'm focusing on. Have you been approached by private equity firms? Because I know they're coming after everybody in the trades. Is that maybe like a long-term goal or a short-term goal? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I've probably been approached a half a dozen times this year.
Sure.
With people wanting to come in and buy my company.
Yeah.
But long term, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm
Yeah.
going to keep it.
Yeah.
And then just let my money work for me in other investments.
Yeah.
You know, just keep everybody happy, keep the team strong, and give everybody a career in my company.
Now, you did talk about real estate
Yeah.
earlier, and you and I have bounced ideas of maybe, flipping homes or finding things that we could, work together in.
Yeah.
What do you have real estate wise, or what are you thinking real estate wise? Not even like a dream, because dude, I'll be honest, and you might like this. Dreams stay in your head, and they're dead. Like that's my thing. But a plan is written down. A plan is executed. A plan has so many processes that have to happen to execute, but it's written down and it happens. I hate dreams. I've known so many people throughout my life that I dreamt of being a fucking astronaut, and you're not an astronaut. Mm-hmm. If you wrote that shit down 10 years ago and wrote every step to get there, you probably would be there, right? So I don't want your dreams. I want, what's your plan in terms of, do you plan on doing the real estate thing?
Long term for generational wealth, yes.
Yeah.
That's why my company is Legacy Holdings. 'Cause
Okay.
I want to build a legacy.
Okay.
Myself, but and my kids. Long term, yeah, real estate. Keep my landscaping. How it is, growing 5 to 15% every year.
Yeah.
And then just maintain a nice portfolio.
So are you thinking like rentals?
Rentals, if the ROI is there with the flip right off the bat.
ROI, guys. Go ahead, tell them what it is, because there's some guys that just don't know. And
It's return on investment. So if you can make your money like that, with a quick flip, make a decent margin,
sure,
then I'm going to do it. But long term, I'd like some nice big commercial real estate in the area.
And I think commercial is a big way to go. If you want to commit to residential, here's at least what I've learned is, I thought I was going to go through the residential process. I had about $500,000 sitting around, and I was like, what do I do with it, right? Mm-hmm. And that was when I left pharma, sold all my stock, and I had the one property that I grew up in. I actually bought it back from the government. It was in foreclosure. My parents owed tax money because my dad had a stroke, and we lost it. I bought it back. I put about 30 into it. Had renters in it for about 2 years. And the renters that were in it, because of the location, Garfield Heights, where I grew up, it's just, you're not going to have the greatest renters, right? And they're paying $800-900, I think, and they're skipping 1 month, 2 months. Hey, Dale, can I be $100 short, $100 short? Will you start stacking that up? Taxes are raising, right? Mm-hmm. So I felt like I was in an ever-losing battle with like a single door situation. And that's where I said, you know what, where do I park all this fucking money? And that's where I came up with the idea with the wedding barn is I could rent a wedding venue for $4 to $7 grand on a Saturday. My overhead on that is maybe $1,500 a month, maybe, and that's like pushing it, Mm-hmm. And so I was like, wow, that's where the money's going to be printed, because I could focus on it and it's on my property where it's all in one. If any advice I can give you is, because I know your cash flow, don't focus on the onesie twosie doors. The commercial's big. And if you're ever going to buy like a residential unit, and once you get past, I think 2 or 3 doors, they call it, then you move into a better situation for yourself to manage it. So if you could buy like a small apartment complex with 10 units, right? That's where you're going to be. You could put 20% down, which is honestly for guys like us, 20% down, you finance that. You don't have to pay cash for it. If you're cash flow positive, 3, 4, 5 grand a month, fuck it. That's a deal and a half.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's my advice to you on what I dealt with and my failures and what I learned from is park it in a big consolidation. And then even though I'm like super handy, and obviously I run a construction company. I fucking hate getting a phone call at 8 o'clock at night. Oh, my sink is spraying a little weird, you know? That's a pain in the ass, man.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with that.
No, you don't. So if you get up to doors, 10 doors, 5 doors at once in a little apartment complex, hire a fucking property manager.
Yeah.
Have them deal with it. You want that money to work for you, dude. If
Right.
it costs you $500 a month and you're still making, let's say, $4,500, fuck it.
0 calls, 0 headaches, you're good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Take the girlie on a date. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Give me a call. We ain't got to deal with the bullshit.
Yeah.
You're not married,
Nope.
right?
Nope.
You're young, and a lot of guys that are out there, you might even be single. You might be married, I guess. What are your thoughts on marriage? Because I'm married and I love it. You hear a bunch of guys that also bitch about marriage, and that's their fucking problem.
Yeah.
I really think communication's key. I think finding somebody that appreciates what you do, and I've even brought my wife into the business side of it. Is like, hey, like I'm married to you. Mm-hmm. This is a ride or die kind of thing where I'm not begging you or asking you to be involved, but for the life of the family, our generational wealth, it's inevitable that that person will be involved at some way in terms of even bouncing ideas, right? And so what are your thoughts on marriage? Are you in a relationship now? Do you want kids? How's that? Do you like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little curveball.
Yeah.
I think it's important, though.
It is. So my perspective on marriage has honestly changed within the past year.
Okay.
I am currently dating somebody.
I've met her.
Yeah.
She's all right. No, I'm just playing. She's great.
Yeah, she is.
Yep.
I feel like she's a ride or die, honestly.
Yep.
That's the type of girl you want.
Yep.
Somebody who's going to be with you at the top
Yep.
and at your lowest.
Yep.
Somebody who's going to be there the long nights, understand what you're going through. If
Yep.
you need something, she's going to do it.
Yep.
Take care of you.
Yep.
All due time, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kid-wise, yeah, I'd like to have a couple kids.
Yep.
Maybe 3 to 5 down
Yeah.
the road.
Sure.
But, yeah, that's my...
Let me turn this heat up. It's getting a little cold in here. So, when I was young, like you, because you're 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 36, and my entire life in my head, I thought at this age I would have had 3, 5 kids.
This early?
No, but at your age, I thought I would have been married. My dream, right? I didn't write it down, and my dream was like, man, like I up in my head, by the time I'm 30, I'd love to have a couple, and I think it's because my dad had me a little older, but now I also recognize why, in today's day and age, people have to have kids a little later.
I mean, my generation.
Yes.
I think they're pushing, depending on the people, probably 30s.
Yeah.
Around their 30s.
Yes.
But for me personally, I'm thinking, with how everything's going,
Yeah.
probably 26, 27.
And that's what I love to hear, right? You're going to be fairly young dad, but you're wise and mature beyond your years, and I think that was one of those things where, does it financially make sense? And with me and my career, traveling, dealing with a bunch of bullshit, can I find the right person that respects that, right? And I met your girlfriend off screen. She's here right now, and you got to find somebody that is career driven themselves, because they totally get that. They totally get the dude, there's not an ounce of time that I've talked to you that you're not quick and you're like, dude, yep, I gotta go. And that's how I am too, right?
Yep.
You got so much going on, and they respect that. And another thing that on one of my podcasts, I talked about being present. When you're in the moment with them, fucking enjoy it. And dude, there ain't a day that I'm with my wife and I'm not taking a text or a call. Like, it's just, she gets it. But at the same time, you got to learn to shut it down.
Yeah.
That's some advice I could give you. Now, do you want girls, boys? Like, do you give a shit? Or, let's be honest, every guy wants a boy.
Yeah, I do want a boy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, me and my wife, my wife wanted a boy. And it's funny because your girlfriend's sitting off screen here, and it's like, maybe you'll get this, but my wife was like, man, if we have a girl and she's everything I was, she's like, I don't know if I could deal with myself again. Just it was funny, and we were having a girl, and she's like, fuck, here we go. Like she prepared me for this because she's like, I was a little emotional. I love to be spoiled as a girl, and it's like guys like us, we work our nuts off to provide, and I guess fuck it, that's where my money's going. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, having a girl, when she hits that age, you gotta start worrying. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
It's gonna be rough.
yeah. I know we're protective, we're
Yeah, we are.
defensive,
Yeah.
and
Guys our age, when we were younger.
yeah, we were younger, we were idiots.
Yeah.
We chase pussy. I mean, that's reality.
Yeah,
And yeah, no, I get it. Now, talking about family and things like that, I seen on Facebook, and maybe I'm wrong, but I seen your mom has a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Did you help her buy that, or what was the process with that? Because I seen like a bow tie and you were standing there.
Oh yeah. So senior year.
Senior year of high school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was driving some Toyota Camry, 300,000 on it. Driving this thing when we were younger.
Yeah.
Handed out from our grandparents.
Okay.
Thing was clapped. My brother got his license. He was always taking it, when she needed it. I was in the position senior year to buy her it was a Range Rover. It was like 2017.
Yeah.
Nice car.
Bought his mom a Range.
Yeah. Bought her a car. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. So, I mean, I value her and love her to death.
Did you buy it for her? Did you put the down payment down, or?
No, I bought it cash.
Did you?
I'm a private seller, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But
And is that what she drives now?
no, don't buy Range Rovers with over 50,000 miles on them.
They're pieces
They're
of
junk.
shit.
They're junk.
Yeah.
So
What's she got now? Yeah, what happened?
I was having issues, man. I had to throw like 4,000, 5,000 into it. Didn't want her to have any more issues. Fixed it up, sold it, got her a Mercedes.
Yeah.
She's dailying that now.
That's what she drives now?
Yeah.
Did you get that for her too?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. You think I was just going to take the car and make her go buy
Dude,
something?
that's awesome. So, dude, here's what really made me, like, honestly, dude, I love you as a friend, and I'm telling you this. So, you never told me that, and I'm bringing this up because, when I do these podcasts, I spy on people, and I look at your Facebook photos, and I seen that. Do you know I bought my mom a car?
What'd you buy?
So, when I seen that, I was like, dude, like, it was just, God puts people in weird places to meet and build relationships, and you one-upped me, I'll tell you. I wasn't in a financial position. Well, actually, I was. So, I bought my mom a house. That house in Garfield that I paid 16 grand and put 30 in, she lived in it for a couple years.
What do you mean I one-upped you? I bought her a fucking house.
Well, yeah, and I guess it's equal now. So what's funny is you bought your mom a car. I put the down payment down for my mom because she couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
For like a Toyota Tacoma that was like a 4Runner. It was really nice or whatever. Yeah. And it was a one owner, but we bought it at a dealership. So I financed it for her. She couldn't get financing. Mm-hmm. And then she just paid me, and I made sure I put enough down where I think she was paying me like $200 a month for the next couple of years, wow. Right? So I put her in a good position to do that. And dude, we have so many similarities. Like we would literally go through a brick wall for our family. And
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, dude. And I seen that, and I wanted to ask you about it because I did the same thing, man. So I sold that Garfield house. We did the wedding barn, and then my mom approached me with a deal of a lifetime in my head. Since she ran an American Legion for years, she knew all these veterans. Mm-hmm. Well, this one veteran he had to go in a nursing home. He knew he was passing in a couple years. He was a Vietnam vet. He was a tunnel rat. If any of you guys know what these guys are, they crawled in tunnels because they were really small, and they literally killed guys under the ground. Like, that's what they did because nobody could fit underneath there. So guys like you and I were too tall. Like, these guys were, it was like 5 foot and under type weird shit.
Wow.
And a lot of them were special forces. So he said, Dale, I owe like 150 on my house or 180. It was really cheap. Mm-hmm. And he's like, if you give me that, and I think he might have owed less, but he said, hey, I worked out the math. If you give me 150, that'll give me enough to pay off the house, and then it'll pay the rest of my life in the nursing home to pay for. So I put like 20% down on the house. I financed the rest. I got my mom out of the hood, and now she lives in a house in Walton Hills, and it's on Tinker's Creek, so it's on a river. It's got an acre plot. It's a beautiful house.
Nice.
And so she pays me now the monthly mortgage, which is like $1,200, nothing, right?
Yeah.
And so it's funny how you and I have put our moms in positions to enjoy life a little bit. And that means a lot to me, dude, as a friend. Like, I love you to death for that. And I was just like, dude, these parallels is crazy, you know? And you just beat me by 10 years. You got ahead of the game, man. You're, goddamn it, when you're 36, I don't even know where the fuck you're going to be.
Thought about that. I don't know either.
Yeah, where do you see yourself at 36? At my age. Like, I'm up here doing podcasts, and I think, I mean, I'm fairly successful, but, like, where do you see yourself at 36? Are you still owning Hennessey?
36, I want to have $50 million in my real estate portfolio.
Yep.
And have a house down in Florida.
Sure.
Of course, up here.
Which we've talked about that. It's a great investment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Down in Florida. If I'm not there, I'll be Airbnb-ing the property out.
Yep.
Like I said, 50 million plus in my real estate portfolio. And honestly, just once my kids are all grown, 18 plus, whether that's running my businesses or off to college, travel the world with my wife.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I got to ask you, what kind of watch is that? Anything special or no?
It's a Rolex Datejust.
It's a Rolex Datejust. Okay. Is it a fakie or is it a real?
It's real.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know you get deals on it.
Yeah.
What'd you get it for?
I got this one for $8,500.
$8,500?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a good price.
Yeah.
So if you could give, let's wrap this up. If you could give, like, dude, a couple good advice, a couple good tips of advice. We call them nuggets in the corporate world. Like, you know, they're going to take that and run with it. What do you give guys that are starting a landscaping company, or just guys that are in high school that are debating, should they go to college to start a business? Because I think your concepts and mindset can translate to so many different things.
Yeah. If you're in high school thinking about college, and you have an entrepreneur mindset, I wouldn't go to college unless you're going for one medical.
Yep. Like an engineer.
Yeah, engineer, stuff like that. Other than that, you can pick up a decent job and work your way up in whatever field you decide to go into fairly quick if you're good at what you do and you love what you do, and you can make a very comfortable living.
Yep.
But as well as starting off the landscaping or a small business, if you don't want it, somebody else who wants it more is going to get it. And if you're just lazy and you don't want it, you're just going to stay at the bottom.
Yeah.
So,
well, dude, thanks. It's been a fucking awesome conversation, a pleasure. If you have any other input that we could throw out there, you know, please reach out to me.
yeah.
Is there anything else you want to give, or is that pretty much it?
I started an ebook that's going to be up for sale here soon, and then I have a mentorship course that's 12 weeks long.
Okay.
Has one-on-one guidance.
Okay.
I believe Dale's going to link my socials down below.
I will.
So if you guys want to personally reach out to me and get some information on that, just let me know and DM me, and we'll take it from there.
Do you have currently a YouTube channel?
No YouTube. We run Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok right now are our platforms, but we did get some requests about YouTube, so maybe in the near future we'll be opening up a channel and starting that. So, you know, we'll see.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks again, man. Hey,
you.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate
we'll
it.
talk to you soon. And guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll link everything below. If you have any questions personally, reach out to Zach. If you have any questions about contracting, reach out to me. Or if you want to be on the podcast, we're all about young guys, older guys, entrepreneur mindset, you know, family-oriented stuff. I'm a new dad coming up, so if you got any input on that, or you want to talk about just being a great dad, you know, shoot me an email, and we'll go from there.